Hi guys, let's do a read, and I just grabbed a couple because we're gonna make it simple. Connection, inspiration, authentic, life review, action, energy shift. That's good. And final, what does your heart want in the reverse? Let's just start with that. Some of you guys are feeling a connection right now to somebody. Hey, no. I'm like really doing something, dude. What are you doing? I am doing something. Hi, I love you, but I'm busy. No. What are you doing, dude? I love you. What, you wanna go night-night? Is it night-night time? Do you wanna go night-night? Is that the bedroom? Are you looking at the bedroom? I'm doing, I'll be, oh. What? Get your toy. Okay. So some of you guys are feeling a connection to somebody right now, and it's asking you, what does your heart want? Some people, I'm hearing, honestly, you guys are attracted to somebody that maybe, like, I just feel like your parents maybe don't approve of, to be honest. And I also just heard right now for some of you guys that it's asking you what your heart wants, because some of you guys are actually in a relationship with somebody else. And you miss somebody other than the person that you're dating. You don't really want to be with that person that much. You know what I mean? I've done it. It happens. Happened to Hazel too. You know, she's got 2 boyfriends. She has a brown German Shepherd, and then she has a white boyfriend. Bro, if you're gonna be up here, you have to go behind me. You have to be back here, not in front. Get in the back. In the back, not in the front. In the back. Back there. Get up there if you're gonna go. Hurry up. Yeah. Are you fine with your life now? Freaking dork. No. Bro. I love you. Oh, fucking my foot. Here. Lay down. Sorry, guys. Okay. No, bro. No. I'm gonna punch you in the nose. Get the fuck away from me. Okay. So you guys are feeling a connection, and I'm hearing that, honestly, like, I just heard that, but beyond that, you know, for those of you guys who are single, you do feel connected, at least, to somebody, and that is a person that you feel inspired by. This person is very authentic. This person makes you think about things in a different way, and they're just a breath of fresh air. This person makes you want to take action, and they put you into an energy shift of hope and motivation. Some of you guys think of this person as lovely. Yeah, what does your heart want in the reverse? Because I just do feel like that has to do with somebody like inner child in the reverse. Some of you guys need to release your inner child, like, which means have fun again, do things that you used to do when you were little, go for it. Like, you don't know, like, even if you just go for a bike ride, you will feel young. And if you just go play some basketball here. Some of you guys used to play basketball. My dad painted that picture. I love my dad. That's my dad right here. I know I tell you guys, but I'm gonna probably tell you every time, dude. It's my dad. Anyways, some of you guys maybe lost, you miss your parent, since my dad wants to be in the reading, but some of you guys maybe lost your dad. I don't know. And you miss them. I'm hearing some of you guys' parents are still alive and you miss them. And your inner child it needs some healing because you never really got any respect for any of the things that you ever suffered from. Like, you never got any love or anything like that, like you never got a sorry or nothing like that. Breathe love into your life in the reverse. Some of you guys' heart is a little bit hardened, but I do see that you are starting to see hope and reason for moving forward in a group of people, our group of people. Oneness in the reverse, but that's coming to an end because you have a family here now on this channel. Life is an expression of you in the reverse because you're changing. It used to be an expression of what you used to be, but you don't know where you're heading. You don't even know who you are right now. You're in the air. You're in the Wheel of Fortune right now, whether it's a good or a bad. Whether this is a tower or a Wheel of Fortune. Time to do it differently. In the reverse. And then the path. It says, go beyond what you have done before. Time to do it differently. Like, and the path that you're going to take, it's not really like, it's pretty freaky. It reminds me of Frodo from Lord of the Rings. My precious. Yeah, not too many would actually take that path. But you're gonna have to. One or the other. You don't have to go, but you're either there or you're going through there. And we already know that where you're at, it ain't working for you. We also know that as you stare out into the open, everybody that surrounds you does not stimulate you. You've outgrown it. So it doesn't matter if you're like, oh, no, I ain't going. I don't go hiking in the dark. Ever. I don't even camp. You're like, I'm not fucking going out. I'm not going. And they're like, okay, well then, see you later. Right now you're basically standing there alone and like watching everybody leave and you're like, fuck. And you just run. You're running towards them. You're gonna run. You're totally gonna run towards this new life because like you are inspired. You want to know a little bit what the fuck's over, like, damn it. You're like, damn, I don't want to go over there, but you do. You do. And you are gonna do it. Immature and charisma. Well, we're immature still. We have a lot of maturity to work towards. And we also have charisma. We have a good attitude, and we know that we have room for growth. That's the best person to teach. You don't want somebody that's like, I'm so smart, I'm the smartest person, or I don't need to learn nothing. You want somebody that's okay with admitting, yeah, you know what, I am immature, but I have a really good attitude, and yeah, last one standing, because you're a freaking warrior. You're legit, like, not too many people can do this. I'm not kidding you. I'd say maybe like 5 to 10% of the ratio of the world is going to do what you're going to do right now. That is why we've never fit in anywhere. I'll tell you what we're going to be doing in a little while because I'm figuring it out with you. I just get feelings and go with the flow. But I got charisma. I got wit. I have a positive attitude. I'm authentic. I know that being authentic is how we channel the right path. I know that we can't be fake. I know that when we follow the path of another, when we it's okay to hang out with people. It's okay to be inspired. It's okay to do things with people. But the moment that we start saying yes when we really want to say no is when we change our path. And, I really haven't said that any time recently that I can remember, unless my daughter wanted to spend more money off my debit card. Cardiovascular system and destined. Your health is good, and you're destined for great things. You do need to write down your priorities. Priorities are everything, you guys. I always ask people what their priorities are. As a teacher, I get to work with a lot of students, and they're very important to me. And when they don't have their priorities in order, they can't study the right way. When they're in abusive relationships, they're not making it to school the next day. They're not making it on time. They're distracted in class. They're drifting off and thinking about their home life. That's why I need to know, what are your priorities? And it helps me understand where you are in your life and who you are in your life at the time. I don't like to place judgment on people when they have certain priorities, but I do at least know that as time goes on and I grow more wise, and every year that passes that I learn more about myself and how other people also work, I start to really pay attention even closer and closer each day, to priorities in general. Like, I used to get real serious about it, and I want to help everybody and help them get their priorities in order, but then I got to this point where I just started looking at the priorities people had and knowing if they were even worth really any of my time. And now I just simply teach it and let people know that that's something to look for in case you're in that chapter of your time and you haven't learned about priorities yet. But basically, if you want to keep conversations simple, whether you're dating or even just casually talking to anybody that has interest in being a part of your life, something that you can simply do is just casually ask them, yeah, dude, what are your priorities? What do you got going on this week? What do you got going on this month? They're gonna tell you, oh shit, I just working, what about you? I don't really do a whole lot, I just work. That's a decent person, that's a good person you want in your life. You do want people in your life that just work. Most people that are successful don't have time to hang out with, they don't really hang out a whole lot. They're busy, and when they get off work, they're tired. And if you're dealing with somebody who is telling you constantly, like, pay attention to what people are talking about and what they say and what their friends say. It is all together. Everything is all together. Anything that somebody's like, oh yeah, my friend is doing, or this friend's doing, like, they're doing it too. They're just basically gossiping about that person because they're not in the room. But I guarantee you, if you reached out to any person that they gossiped about, that person would have a story to tell about them, and they were together too. People give clues just constantly when they communicate about who they are really, truly, and what they do every day. And, something that you can notice, like if somebody messages you first thing in the morning, what are you doing? Hey, what's up? Do you want to chill? Do you want to hang out? No. Why the fuck would I want to hang out first thing in the morning? Like, I have to go to work. Like, you think I'm in middle school? Like, is this a Saturday? Like, weekend? Like, I don't even know what is even going on here. No, I absolutely fucking never want to chill. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. I'm way bigger than that. And no more chilling, you guys. Absolutely. If they say chill, that's a red flag for you. No more chill. You guys are cut off from chill. I've already cut myself off from chill, so I'm learning new tactics. So I'm gonna teach you guys like the ones that I've already mastered. And when you guys get those, I'll teach you guys bigger ones. But the ones that I want to teach you right now, goodness, we'll just figure it out later. All right, let's see. And men, I want to tell you guys that a woman who sends you guys nudes doesn't mean she's a hoe. I personally love taking photos. And you guys know I live alone. Just so you know. Send a pet in heaven. It's favorite treat. Some of you guys miss your pet that you lost in heaven. Leave it to Hazel to be in this video. So what you're going to do is you're going to go get a helium balloon, and you are going to, it was a cat maybe. Go get a helium balloon and just tie its favorite thing onto it and send it to heaven. It's been missing you a lot, and it knows that you've been missing it a lot. Marketing, what is going to happen with your marketing? You're very balanced. People enjoy your marketing and they want to see more of it. You're very tempting, whoever you are. Empty and lonely. Scorpionic energy. Oracle in the reverse. Scorpio. Some of the Scorpios are not listening to the oracle correctly, or an oracle is these. This is oracle. These are the picture cards. So, oracle in reverse. Let's just see what we pull. Life is an expression of you, but it's saying in the reverse. So, you're basically very involved mentally and emotionally with somebody that's not yourself. You have a third part. You're obsessed with a person who is not healthy. You're a toxic ex. And Edward was a Scorpio. And I'm going to tell you right now, Scorpio, so let's just talk a little bit. My daughter is a Scorpio, my sister is a Scorpio, and one of my favorite exes is a Scorpio, so I love Scorpios. They end up being my best friends. But all three of them, for one, they hang on to everything for years after it's gone, and then they stay very stuck. It's very hard on a Scorpio to lose something. It affects them for years and years and years down the road. Like, me and my ex Zeke broke up in 2016. That was my daughter's stepdad, pretty much. When, you know, we were together for 8 years. She loved him very much. And luckily Zeke fucking left and got with this random chick that, you know, in the end Halo knew that I was good mom and that I stayed faithful to Zeke for almost 8 years, and I never did anything, you know, to deserve that type of thing. And I'm really grateful for that, because I would never want my child to be mad at me like I broke up the relationship. I'm just so grateful that, honestly, like, I was a teacher during that time, and that I was clean, sober, and that I was faithful the whole time. I really, really, really loved him and showed him that every day. And you know, he struggled with feeling empty and lonely, and he struggled with alcoholism, and it made him, you know, make decisions that in the end separated the family. And honestly, I don't regret it. It was shitty, you know, at first, because I bought the house, and on the very first week that we bought this house, he came home with a hickey on his neck, and I just booted him. You know, of course I was like freaking out. What was I gonna do? But I wasn't gonna stay with somebody ever that cheated on me, ever, because I wasn't gonna live with having to tell that story later. I'm not gonna embarrass myself, you know. Sometimes, you know, I've let things go on longer than I should have. I thought by getting revenge on them, or breaking their phone, or confronting them, or talking to them a million times about something while they were in the room, still doing it, maybe that eventually I could figure out something better to say that would mean more, you know. One day, you know, he smarted off. Edward did. He smarted off one day, and he said that I was codependent, and that was one of his smirky little responses to my breakdown. And I I heard him say that, even though it's not like he literally is not codependent living in my house for free, right? But I've heard him say that, and I thought, holy shit, like, I feel like he might be correct. So I researched it, and I did. I realized I was codependent on having a relationship. And my aunt said that too. She said, you know what, Tara? I don't know what's wrong with you. One day, I said, what, Aunt Barb? She said, you don't want a man. You need one. And I never let one move in with me actually since. Because of a few different things. I was tired of being hurt. I was also hurting and tired of hurting others. It wasn't fair that I was hurting anybody, because there were times when I was hurting or being hurt, but then I would turn around and I would get with these people that I didn't think I wasn't going to make a thing out of it long term. And I've I've ended up learning how to do it and ghost myself since then. I've never ghosted somebody, really. I don't feel like it. Not really, but now I can ghost the shit out of people. I do it all the time. Like, okay, I'm going to tell you. I literally, some random person on a motorcycle, I crap you not, takes me for this motorcycle ride. Best day of my life. I was wasted out of my gourd. With my hands up on the back of the bike. Still feel like it was the best day of my life. Very concerned about how I didn't die. Twice. How did I not fly off the bike? And who is this man? Long story short, you already know what I did. And then I ditched him. And then I sent him a message, and this is my famous line. I said, everything's going to work out great for you, and you're a wonderful person. Maybe I say take care. I don't know, but I block. This has happened a lot of times, and I'm even worse. I'm a dick. Okay. I went on this other date. This guy started talking about living at his dad's. That's one way to never see me again. I don't ever want to be with somebody who focuses on somebody else's money. I like a hardworking man. The definition of a man is strength, dominance, sexy, like in charge, masculine, fine as hell. Like, I'm gonna be staring at you, dude. What do you think? I'm gonna stare at a fucking lazy bastard and think you're fine? No. You and your dad and mom? No. Never. Anyways, so that went downhill real quick, right? And I tell him, you know, it's not like I wasn't gonna do it. We played mini golf and had some margaritas, so I got it like it was 1999. It was a fun night. It really was a fun night. I laughed a lot. It was fun. Until he started pulling out all the vodka bottles. Literally, all of them. Like 3 or 4. And he was like chugging them. Bye-bye, red flag. Guys, girls, it's okay. I mean, even I can have fun. But you might want to like keep it on the low a little bit, because every time you take a shot, especially when they barely know you, even when they know you very well, it's alarming. And you're like, oh damn, like they can drink a lot, they can do a lot. And the last thing you want to say to a boss type of person is that you live with your parents and that you're waiting on their inheritance. That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of your disgusting self. And I hope that they spent all of their money, or that they I hope they got a loan out on the house in secret, and you waited your whole life to find out that there's nothing coming for you. Contract? No way. That's funny. Yeah. Inheritance? No way. No way. Anyways, I'm also hearing no way to a marriage. So if you guys are just now signing some documents about possibly thinking about getting married, don't do it. You're moving way too fast. You're doing it because you're having a child with this person. Yeah, it says your ex-partner is crazy and there's a lot of trauma. It is coming up in the reverse, but maybe you're getting out of that contract with that person. I want to know what's happening with your kids, though. Are you going to get them? Loyalty. Spend time in nature. take your kids camping this summer and enjoy the lake and get out there and do stuff that you used to do. Watch out for a fire sign. They are the one who's going to try to get you. Either good or bad. A fire sign knows what they're coming for, though. Leo, Aries, or Sag. Pay close attention to contract details, dude. I'm telling you. And it actually says no way in the reverse. So maybe you're refusing a contract and you're like, no, I don't want to do it. I don't know. Look at it. Energy shift. This is a big thing for you. This is different than what you're used to. And it's not familiar to you. Look for common. Look for the common in humanity. Remind yourself to breathe. Some of you guys your heart rate is very fast, I hear right now, in general. Like, also, somebody could make you mad, and you get mad fast, too. Like, you need to slow down, and you need to breathe, and just control your breathing. Do it for 60 seconds or more, minimum. And for some of you guys, get anxiety when you're asked to speak to somebody. Like, somebody's asking you in specific to say something, you're getting anxiety about it, and you seem to get off my stuff. Get out. Go to your room. Don't step on my papers. You can go to the bed. Literally, I'll be there. You're holding yourself back. Yeah. Some of you are not talking the words that you want to speak, dude, and it's giving you anxiety. This person's giving you anxiety. You're both feeling anxiety from each other in this relationship. I wouldn't be surprised if there's two people in this house, one quiet and one very loud. And you guys are actually doing this because one's loud and one's quiet. And so you're actually freaking out because of this reason, but it's also the reason why you're not speaking up. The energy is so powerful between you two in a negative way that it actually ends up being like it's so powerful, but it actually circulates enough to shut it back down. It's like a surge. It's like, but then it turns off. It's almost like a blown breaker. It's like you get it on for a second, and then it blows. It's too much power. It's too much energy. Like, if you guys are going to try to work this relationship out, which I don't really know that you should spend too much more time on it, but that's, we'll talk about that later. You're going to literally have to completely go get skills and counseling to try to learn a completely different way to communicate to each other. And I just don't think it's honestly worth all this, A lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't divorce, or oh, you shouldn't separate. That's not the way life is. Okay, whatever, dude. Life is about living and being happy and also serving God. So if you're not even able to go to the grocery store without your partner being insecure about where you went, are you serving God? Are you living for yourself? No, you're not. You're a freaking piece of property and you're treated like poop. This whole stay with people until the end is just crazy. That's not what we're going to do. You haven't went fishing, you haven't went camping, you haven't went hiking in a long time, and it's saying to take this back up again. Let your inner child out. This person, honestly, restricts you in every single way. They don't even like the same things as you. You couldn't do things that you enjoyed to do at this time if you wanted to, ever. Like, this person has nothing in common with you, and they've ruined you. You know what? To begin this relationship, this person had to manipulate you and actually fool you because they found you to be the interest. They found you so amazing and sexy and interesting that they actually went out of their way to pretend to be somebody else. And they literally acted out a scene and probably rehearsed it and really just put a lot of effort into this whole false character that they represent Look at how much effort that person did. You know, they put that much effort in to getting you. You didn't see all the behind the scenes stuff, but whether this person shows love for you, respect for you, remorse for you, that's not the point, because everything about this person is fake for one. So it wouldn't matter if they did. It's going to be fake. But what I'm telling you right here is like, this person seeks people out for purpose. They don't realize, these type of people don't realize that when they ruin somebody's wonderful spirit and personality and bubbly, happy energy, they stomp it down, do they not? Don't hang out with your friends. Don't do this. Don't do that. Like, I know if somebody moved in here, I would not be this Tara. I would be their Tara, whoever that is. I don't know, because every Tara for every guy is different. That's what I started to notice. Every time I started to date again, you know, I was obviously good enough looking to be hit on, but then what? I'm not good enough for you to like help me with the chores or whatever. You know, fine. I don't want to argue about it anymore. I've just figured out a way to deal with my own stuff. And you know what? I've gotten really used to it, and I'm totally fine with a relationship, you know, of somebody that I feel connected to, and somebody that turns me on, and somebody that I can laugh with, and somebody that has a funny personality but a businessman mentality. And I love nature, and I love sports, and I love certain things, you know, and I'm not gonna bother to even fucking, if you don't like it, then don't do it. If why you don't eat food that you don't like, do you? No, you don't. The only fucking time that we allow things into our life that we don't like is when we're addicted to something. We can actually continue to use drugs even though our body is sick as hell and throwing them up. We can always go back to an ex even though they've done everything and anything possible, from sleeping around to punching us. We have done everything to ourselves in the world. We didn't care if we even were living or dying. We just wanted that thing. We were willing to risk it. Do you think that us coming from that state of mind trying to manifest true love, we're gonna get it? It's not the way it works. That's desperation, and that's how you end up in really dysfunctional relationships. I'm lucky to honestly have my family in my life. If it wasn't for them honestly being really on top of what I do all the time, they wouldn't have gotten involved every time. And I just know now that honestly at the end of the day, even though I hated it at first, I thought I did. But what did I hate? That I had people in my life that truly cared about me and wanted the best for me and knew that I deserved the best. Don't push people in your life away because they care. If it touches your heart when they say it, it means you care about it. You can try to push it away and not feel whatever it is that you're feeling when people do talk about certain things, but you're too smart to actually be stupid. And the universe is the only person, honestly, that you make ultimate plans with. Like, this 3D stuff it's just literally you joking around with the world. If you really think that what you got going on this 3D earth is what you're going to be doing, and you haven't actually if you don't have a bond with your higher power, if when you say higher power your heart doesn't glow, if you don't feel something in your body, mind, and soul, if you did not have this entire discussion about whatever plan you're on with your higher power, you're playing around right now. There's two paths, yours and the higher powers in yours. That's it. Pretty much everybody that is doing whatever they want is lost in a forest of trees, and there's a path somewhere out there. We're looking. It's like It's literally like in a scary movie when you're just running through and you're all battered up and you're beaten and you're bleeding and you're looking around for your ex because they look like the scary monster, you know, and you're just like, ah, you know, and you're like, ah, like that's what it's like for you. When are you gonna get on the road? Your ex is like, I just heard Jeepers Creepers, but I wasn't thinking that. I'm trying to think of something funnier. I don't know, maybe some of you guys have an ex that looks like Jeepers Creepers, but you need to go on a vacation, and you could be a Cancer, so that stands for moon, but also somebody could be planning to take you on a vacation. So if somebody does ask you on a vacation, just do a little background check if you need to, or well, I'd say yes. Hopefully not a serial killer. YOLO.